Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the middle of October, I should say, 2021. I don't know why the mid-month is so hard for me to get out of my mouth, but it is. So, Virgo, we're going to take a look at your current general energies in your first row. We're going to look at anything you don't see coming in your second row, and then we're going to look at any messages from your guides in your last row. We're also going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end. If you don't have questions, that's fine as well. We're just going to put all 3 together and, just see what comes up. But Virgo, this is a good reading, good stuff coming up for you here. You have the Sun as your center card. Center card is your most important card here, and it's the Sun, like I said. So, best card in the deck. But let's see what is going on for you. You start off with the Come to the Edge card. This card can represent like pushing yourself to the point where you would normally quit and keep going. Seems to be a very common energy at this time, so I would definitely be pushing yourself this month. Sometimes I feel like the universe is just like, hey, you can accomplish more than you've already accomplished. So, like, why not? And, why not create more abundance? Why not, create more of whatever you want? So I would be pushing yourself if I were you. You have the 3 of Wands, the 7 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups here. It's like a gift from the universe, I feel, this 6 of Cups. Every once in a while, I feel like the 6 of Cups is just, like I said, a gift from the universe. To me, it can just represent good things coming in for you. To me, the gift we receive with the 6 of Cups is usually a turnaround, like a second chance. I feel like you've been getting a lot of these, like, second chance readings, Virgo, and so it wouldn't really surprise me if there was some sort of, like, second chance opportunity coming in for you here with this first row. You're going to have to jump onto it, I feel, with the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, like waiting for the perfect moment when there never will be a perfect moment. So I do feel like there's a need for you to kind of like jump on to something here. It's like you're going to have to take advantage of an opportunity that is coming your way. You have the 7 of Wands as well. I'm getting a weird word here. To me, the 7 of Wands can represent persistence. We have the 9 of Wands, which is a card of perseverance. But the 7 of Wands can represent just not giving up no matter what, which is more like persistence. It's like it's similar, but it's a little bit different because the 7 of Wands just says you're going to keep trying and trying and trying. So I feel for a lot of you, number one, I feel like a lot of you have been trying to make something work, whether it's your love life or your business, doesn't matter. For others, I feel like you're going to continue trying to make something work, and eventually I feel like, the universe isn't going to be able to ignore you knocking on the door of something so much with this energy. So I feel like the more persistent you can be, the better in whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. Like, if you just don't give up, eventually you will be successful, plain and simple. So let's see where this is going for you here, Virgo. With the 3 of Wands, you have the Lovers. Could be love coming in for you for sure. This top row looks very sexy to me. Knight of Wands. You do have the 10 of Wands, but you also have the Ace of Wands. Very sexy energy is what I would say to you. With that 3 of Wands, waiting could be part of the problem. So you could be attracting a person here. It could be a person from a distance as well. Knight of Cups with that 10 of Wands. On the 10 of Wands, like there's some sort of burden here in the situation, and the burden looks to be like it could be on your shoulders. So you could be meeting a person from a distance, and it's like you're the one that is going to have to travel to meet this person, right? Or you're the one that is going to have to get out there and, you're going to have to put in the work to meet this person or whatever. So I kind of get that feeling for some of you. With the 7 of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is about being bold and assertive, really going for something. To me, I am getting like work. Queen of Wands to me in work really represents really going for something in the sense that, like, if you want a raise, a promotion, or a change in your career, if you ask for it, if you really go and ask for it, you will be successful. So that's what I would do with the Queen of Wands. And with the 6 of Cups, you have the 7 of Cups. Kind of like spoiled for choice here with the 7 of Cups. I feel for a lot of you, there's like some sort of dream that you're manifesting. This is like a fantasy, the 7 of Cups, right? There's like some sort of fantasy here, but I feel like you're about to like make a fantasy a reality. That doesn't mean it's going to happen easily. I don't think there aren't, clearly there are going to be some challenges with the 10 of Wands, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Again, I want to encourage people. It's like things shouldn't be easy in life. As I always say, one of my favorite sayings of all time, easy come, easy go, so it's like, we shouldn't necessarily want things to be easier. We should be hoping that we have the skills and the talents, gifts, and abilities to handle something, because then, number one, it feels better as well. It's like something if you just get something, it's like, okay, great. But if you had to work your ass off to get something, then it feels like an accomplishment. It feels good, right? So that's kind of like what I'm getting for you here, is that you have been working. I feel like you've already been working towards something, and you're about to get it. It's going to feel really good because you put in the work. Even in the area of what you don't see coming, you have the action card, like literally a card of taking action, putting in the work, making something happen. Yeah, definitely time. You always get this card here, Virgo, this taking risk card. I feel like it is time for you to take a risk, put yourself out there, really put the work in to accomplish something, because I feel like you will accomplish something very quickly. There's like a lot of abundance coming in for you here, I feel, as well. You have the Knight of Cups, the Sun, and the King of Wands here. Knight of Cups could be a knight in shining armor here coming in for you. Could be a fire sign. You always get fire. Could also be a water sign coming in for you. But I feel like what you don't see coming is like a lot of happiness and success. I kind of get this sense of things happening very, very quickly. It's like things aren't going to move slowly. I feel like things are going to progress very quickly. You even have divine counterparts here. I didn't even notice. Queen and King of Wands. It doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to either. I don't attach gender to my cards in a general reading, so it's probably just a person that you're very attracted to, whatever the gender, and it's like your energies are perfectly well matched. So I feel like if this is love, you could be attracting someone very, very quickly, and it could be moving forward very quickly as well. I also feel that, here's the thing I always say, is like, the thing you have to realize about the sun is that little baby there is holding on to that giant banner. The banner is meant to look like it is made of like quality, heavy material, but the small baby child, man baby, whatever you want to call it, is holding that banner very easily. It's meant to look like he's, exerting no effort at all. So, the sun to me can represent something that enters into our lives very easily, something that happens very quickly because it doesn't really require much effort. I kind of get that feeling for you here, and that could be very surprising, like how quickly something moves forward. For a lot of you, I feel like this could be a relationship. So let's see. Yep, Two of Cups with the Knight of Cups definitely could be love coming. This is clearly a new person, I would say, but I feel like it moves very quickly with that Two of Cups. Perfect match. With the Sun, Page of Cups. Are you kidding me? Definitely an admirer. And with the Knight of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you have a choice. Obviously, we don't have to accept love into our lives. We don't have to be in a relationship with a person who lives 10,000 miles away, right? I always tell people there are plenty of people around you right where you are. It's like you don't have to go looking, like 90 Day Fiance, 3 billion miles away, right? So I feel like there's probably people where you are, but this clearly could be a very good person for you to be with. So if there's someone coming in from a distance, I would go for it. For others, I feel like there's like a need for you to have more fun. Two of Pentacles is a card of balance, but it can also be a card of like work hard, play hard. So if you're working a lot, I feel like you also need to play a lot here. Make sure you're enjoying your life here, Virgo, for sure. Next, in your advice from your guides, you have the Coyote Spirit. This card says trust in divine detours. So again, if there are any like spiritual flat tires and anything that you're experiencing, I feel like they're all just guiding you in the right, kind of like in the right direction. I think during Mercury retrograde, we do, even though the retrograde will be over on the 18th, we'll still be in the shadow. I always think of like if you during Mercury retrograde, like some examples of some things that could happen is like maybe you try to purchase something online and the first time you try to purchase it, your purchase doesn't go through. That can be like a spiritual flat tire. The universe could be saying, don't buy this right now, right? So I would like trust in all those little things. Normally I tell people don't be too paranoid about those things. There are plenty of times where I purchase something online where it doesn't go through the first time, something happened, then I fix it, it goes through, right? So I'm not saying don't be paranoid, but what I would say is at this time, normally I would say don't read too much into those things, but right now, I feel like it would be a good time for you to maybe say, you know what, maybe I don't need to make this purchase. It's popping to demand as financial. For others, it could be anything else. It's like maybe have to travel and you don't feel good. I would like trust that. I wouldn't go. I would trust all those feelings. You have the Ten of Wands, Ace of Wands, Temperance, and the Four of Pentacles showing up here. So I feel for a lot of you, there's like clearly some sort of very exciting new beginning coming in for you here with the Ace of Wands. The Ten of Wands is just saying that you've had to be persistent, right? Like I said at the beginning of the reading, clearly something that it's almost like you have earned this is what I feel like saying, and it's required a lot of persistence. It's required a lot of hard work for you here. I still feel like there's a little work to be done. You have the Temperance card. Temperance can be a card of patience in Temperance, but it's also a card of kind of almost perfecting something. The angel's trying to turn water into wine here on this card, but it hasn't quite happened yet. So don't be afraid to keep working on something that you're working on. And you have the Four of Pentacles. Definitely time to leave a comfort zone. I feel like your guides are saying it's time to let go of things that you've been holding on to for a very long period of time. But let's look into this. And let's see here, Virgo. With the Ten of Wands and the Ace of Wands, you have the Nine of Pentacles. A very good card of independence. To me, it's also a card of success. So I do feel like there's like a harvest coming in for you. Normally, I don't say that, but Ace of Wands to me is a very abundant card. So I do feel there's a lot of abundance coming in for you. With the Temperance card, you have the Ace of Cups. Definitely a love offer coming in for you. The Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing. It's like a lot of happiness, a lot of good things coming in for you. So I feel like there is like a lot of happiness coming in for you at this time, Virgo. I definitely like to see that. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time to get to work here. The Four of Pentacles, like sitting, he is just kind of sitting where he has always been. He needs to get moving. And the Knight of Pentacles, he needs to start planting seeds or planting plants in this empty field behind him. So I feel like there's like a lot of abundance that could be coming in for you. Having said that, before we pull the three cards, I want to get like an outcome here because there is no solid outcome as far as I'm concerned. You have the High Priestess. Could be a Pisces coming in for some of you. For others, I feel like this is saying trust your intuition. You have the Death card. Definitely a major change coming in for you here at this time. And the Chariot. Definitely, look at that. All three water signs, number one. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer here. So it could be a water sign coming in for you in love. But this is clearly like a victory that is coming in for you here as well, is what I would say. It's coming in the future. I would definitely be focused on the future with the Chariot. The Sphinxes on the Chariot cards can be very hard to see, but they are holding on to their tails. And it kind of represents the fact that they have a good handle on the past. They understand where they've come from. They understand their past, right? But it also kind of represents needing to focus on the future. So let's see where this is going. With the High Priestess, you have the Chariot. Definitely victory coming in for you. If you're in something long distance here, Virgo, this looks like very good. I would say it would probably be a good time to travel. Or again, if you're dealing with someone from a distance, it's like, this to me is a very good sign. There could also just be a victory coming in for you. With the Death card, you have the Six of Swords. Improvements. I feel like they're major improvements. I'm just getting the word improvements here. It's like you are transforming past something, especially Temperance, very transformative. Death card, transformation. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. Definitely a transformation. And with the Chariot, you have the Two of Swords. Clearly it is time for you to leave a comfort zone. This comes up for basically everybody, but Two of Swords, she needs to go to these new lands. You have too many cards that represent like waiting to do something, right? Three of Wands here. You have the Seven of Wands, the Chariot twice, the Four of Pentacles. All these cards represent like waiting and waiting and waiting. But I feel like it's time for you to like take action on something. All right, we're going to do 3 yes or no question cards here. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think your questions. For question number 1, you have the 3 cups. I would say yes. So, yes. For question number 2, you have the Emperor. I would say yes, actually, with the Emperor. So, yes. And with question number 3, I would say yes. 3 yeses. 6 of Pentacles. So, I would say yes, yes, yes for the most part. Putting this all together, I feel like for some of you, this is, it doesn't really show up here, but I do feel like socializing would be a good idea for you at this time. The Emperor can be like not social, so it could be a good time to socialize. He also is tied to Mars, so he represents action, and we see this action word right here. I feel like you need to take action on something regardless of what's going on. I've talked about this before. I feel like a lot of people right now, it's like we're waiting for permission to do something, but nobody's going to give us permission to do anything right now. We have to do things on our own. I feel like everybody is just like almost like waiting for something to happen, whether it's in the government, in the world, or whatever. It's like everybody's waiting for something to happen, but I feel like the only people that can give us permission is ourselves. I've said this before. So I feel like you need to give yourself permission to do something, whether it's to get into a relationship, to start a business, to do whatever. And it's like once you do it, I think the speed at which things happen is going to surprise you. But it looks really good. So thank you for being here, Virgo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.